March. Not quite winter, not quite spring. A studio apartment on the Upper West Side. A pull-out sofa, which is pulled out, a full air mattress, which has been inflated, and a twin air mattress, which has not been set up. Guests are coming, preparations have been made. Jonah, in boxers, black socks, and a button-down, sits cross-legged playing a video game. His suit jacket and pants are balled up somewhere in the room. After a moment, he hits pause. Beat. Then he stands up and presses his forehead against a window, which looks out on the Hudson River. The bathroom door opens, which sends Jonah back to his video game. Daphne Feygenbaum emerges from the bathroom in pajamas.
I'm sorry, but you can see the Hudson River from the bathroom. This apartment, really, Jonah? Boxers and black socks? Is that supposed to, do it for me? I would never want you to do it for me or my cousin, and gross. Just, if you're at all interested in people of the opposite sex who are not your cousins, don't.
She gestures at his getup.
Where's your suit?
But before she can ask, Daphne sees Jonah's suit balled up. She wants to tell him to take better care of it, but decides not to. She admires it, then hangs it up.
I love that your mom got you a new suit for Poppy's funeral before he even died.
He was sick a long time.
Not really, actually. But still, in your mom's checklist of shit to get done while he was dying, it was don't forget, Jonah's going to need a new suit for when it happens. It's great. Give me your shirt. I'll hang it up. You can wear it tomorrow. It's not dirty. Just give it.
No, I want to wear it.
Daphne watches Jonah playing video games. He senses her watching him.
What?
Nothing.
She can't help herself.
It's just in so many cultures, I know so many guys and girls your age who've been fighting for years. Galad's been in the army 5 years, and he's just 2 years older than you, but here you are, not a care in the world, and you're boxers in an apartment your parents bought you. I still can't get over the fact that your parents bought you and Liam this apartment.
It's just a studio.
It's just a studio, he says. Do you see the view? Have you seen the view from the bathroom? That's the Hudson River.
I know.
An apartment with a view like that, studio or no studio, on Riverside Drive on 84th Street, I can't even imagine what it cost.
It wasn't too bad.
Wasn't too bad? $1 million?
I don't know.
Holy shit. So what? They were just here, boys, have an apartment. Mwah.
No, but Mom turned Liam's room into an office, so...
Yeah, that'll happen.
So we only had my bedroom for guests, or if Liam came home, or, there was a while they thought Poppy might move in.
Well, are you kidding? Poppy was never moving in here.
They didn't know for sure.
Never. He was never moving in. That was never happening, never.
Okay, but...
My parents wanted him to move in with them, but he said he would never do that. He was so insistent he didn't want to be a burden on them.
Okay, but they weren't sure, and...
No, they knew.
Then this apartment was for sale, and it's in the building, it's on their floor, so they got it. I don't see what the big deal is.
It must be nice, that's all I'm saying.
You're staying here.
Right.
So I guess it's good they bought it.
In normal families, Jonah, if people need to sleep, they sleep on the couch or double up in beds, or even, and this will really shock you, sleep in sleeping bags. They don't buy a spare apartment on the off chance someone might need to spend the night.
Whatever. Real estate is a good investment. Plus, I might maybe live here when I graduate, so it's not a big deal.
No, totally. It's no biggie.
You're not poor.
Compared to your family, we're like the Jodes.
I don't know who that is.
You don't need to. Your parents buy you spare apartments.
All I'm saying is you're not poor.
Are you out of your... The reason I'm an only child, Jonah, is because my parents couldn't afford another.
So maybe they were poorer once, but they're not now.
My parents are public school teachers. Do you even know the first thing about economics in this country? We are the middle class. The dictionary definition. Your mom hasn't worked since she had Liam 25 years ago because you're so rich she didn't have to.
That's not true.
Oh, right, my bad. She has a home office now, so she can do what exactly?
She's a consultant.
Right, on what?
I don't know. Ask her.
Usually people hire consultants because they're experts in their fields. In what field does Fanny Feygenbaum profess to be an expert?
You know that's not her name.
It's the name she was born with.
But you know
It's
that
what Poppy called her.
you're not Poppy.
A real intense beat. Somehow, Jonah has hurt Daphna, though he's not sure how.
I'm sorry.
No. It's just I'm just being sorry. It's totally not your. Today was just like intensely intense.
Yeah.
Ugh. Feelings, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Beat. Daphna gets up and tousles Jonah's hair. She gets a tissue, he turns off his video game, goes to the unmade bed and starts to make it up.
What are you doing?
Making up the bed?
Liam can make up his own bed.
Oh, no, but I was gonna sleep here.
Why? Oh, right. I forgot. Your parents worship him, so we should totally switch beds. That makes sense. I mean, who cares that we've been here for 2 days dealing with everything when Liam couldn't even be bothered to show up to his own grandfather's funeral?
He's getting in tonight.
The funeral was today, not tonight. It happened. It's over, and he missed it. And I'm sorry, but between you and me, that is so fucked up.
It's not his fault.
Jonah, I literally, if I have to hear one more time about Liam dropping his iPhone off a ski lift and not having service for 2 days, I will literally. He knew Poppy was dying. He should have been checking in. I'm sorry, but he was with, what's her name?
Melody?
Yeah, Melody. He could have used Melody's phone. If that had been me, if I had gone skiing for spring break, despite knowing full well that my grandfather was basically on death's door, which I would have never done, but if that had been me.
Poppy wanted him to go.
If that had been me, I would have been calling home every day, 3 times a day, at least to check in and see. And at the very least, I would have told my mom where I was going in case of an emergency, which the pending death of the most important person in your family is like the reason the word emergency was even invented in the first place. The idea that Liam just like flies off to Aspen with Melody and his like $1,200 snowboard when his grandfather is dying and drops his phone off a ski lift, which is in and of itself a beautiful metaphor for what money means to him.
But I don't mind sleeping on.
No, Jonah, no. He'll take the twin. He'll make some snide, but he'll take, because I actually literally can't take the twin air mattress even if I wanted to because of my back. I actually have to have the extra room. But when he starts making a mockery of Shiva, my blood is just going to boil.
He's not going to mock any.
Yes, he will. He mocks us any chance he gets, always has.
What are you talking about?
What am I talking about? Okay. Example. Oh, 2 years ago at Passover when he randomly came home, which was totally random and weird, with his last girlfriend. What's her face?
Mayushi?
Yeah, Mayushi. Right, yeah. His Peace Corps whore. God, she was atrocious. But so my dad was reading a passage in Hebrew, which, God forbid, one does at Passover. And I look up and he's giving Mayushi this look across the table.
What look?
This look like this would be over now if Jewy McJewerson would shut the fuck up. This look like I'm above all this. Like you and I are on this spiritual enlightenment plane way above everyone else.
Come on.
I'm serious. This look he gave her, I'll never forget it. It stayed with me so strong. And then after Seder, our parents had all gone to bed. We were watching TV, and Liam was like, I'm hungry, even though we just had this enormous meal. And he went into the kitchen and found these shortbread cookies. And even Mayushi was like, I thought you weren't supposed to eat that on Passover. But Liam just smiled, popped a cookie in his mouth, and was like, I'm a bad Jew. Then turned to me, even though he knew I was keeping Passover, handed me the bag, and goes, want one? I'm a bad Jew.
Not everyone cares about it the way you do.
I'm not asking everyone to. I'm not even saying. I'm just saying I don't understand why he has to take so much pride and how totally disdainful he is.
He is not disdainful.
He is, Jonah. He is. If you choose not to see it, that's your choice. But the fact remains he looks down on me and he looks down on my family.
He does not look down on you or your family.
For being what he is, but doesn't want to be. And for not hating it. He looks down on us. You know what? Let's just drop it. Okay? Let's just, whatever. Let's just drop it. Whatever. It's not even worth it. It's just the reason I bring it up at all is, well, there's a reason, and I hate that I even need to do this, but I know if I don't say something, it'll just be whatever. So, there's something I want to ask you. Okay?
Okay.
Poppy's high. I want it. It's the only thing I want of his. Everything else coming out. But Poppy's high is like, and I'm the only one who that stuff even matters to. You said so yourself. It doesn't matter to everyone like it matters to me. So it makes sense that the person who religion like actually really means something to should get the most religious. I mean, I'm moving to Israel when I graduate. I want to join the army. There are all these weird immigration regulations, but in the fall I'm starting my rabbinical coursework with. Wait, did I tell you this? Okay, there's this amazing rabbi who does pre-rabbinical coursework in Haifa for women, and she's vegan. And like, I don't know. A high is typically worn by men, usually men, but technically it's a piece of jewelry. I mean, the medallion on a chain, this jewelry, and I'm the only one who wears. This is important to me, Jonah. I wouldn't be saying something if it wasn't. And so like, what do you think?
I mean, it's not really up to me.
It's not up to you, but when my mom talked to your mom, she was like, the kids should work it out, because apparently, as it turns out, Poppy's will is like basically useless, which I don't blame him for at all, but like, no one actually realized that someone would have to actually figure this stuff out at some point. But it's like that point is now here. And so, but like.
I really don't want to be involved.
You're one of Poppy's grandchildren. You're involved.
I don't know.
You have to know.
No, I don't want it. So just, that's it.
You don't?
Nope.
So then it's cool with you for me.
I don't really want to be involved in this.
What about Liam?
What about him?
Do you think he'll agree with us, or like, do you think like he like wants it?
I don't.
Has he said anything to you or your mom?
You asked me how I felt. I said I don't want it. That's it.
Okay, then I'll talk to Liam about it. But okay, it is so good to see you. Like, even under these circumstances, it's still like. You should visit me before graduation.
What?
Because that's just going to be a clusterfuck. But you should come down some weekend. It'd be fun, don't you think?
Yeah.
Do you have a car at school?
I did, but then not anymore.
Well, there's a bus. I know there is, because some of my friends took it last fall to see Ben Harper, maybe, or someone who's definitely not worth getting on a bus and driving 4 hours to see. But he was playing at your school that weekend, and they took a bus. So you should come visit me.
Okay.
What weekend are you thinking? Well, because graduation's the last weekend of April, and the weekend before that is senior week. Don't ask. And the weekend before that, I'll be studying for finals. But so maybe the weekend before that, which is in like 2 weeks. Weird. Would that work?
Maybe.
Okay. Well, do you want to check?
Yeah.
and you'll let me know?
Yeah.
Because I think you would really, really love Vassar. And I want to talk to you about that some more, actually, because I know UVM has not been, which really says more about that school than anything about you. I mean that.
Thanks.
But the onus is on us now. You know, if we want to maintain these relationships, we're adults. So it's not like if our parents make plans, then I'll see you because Poppy's dead. So our parents are going to start transitioning into being the next generation of our family, and we'll be like the parents, you know. Like if Galad and I get married next summer, which we've been talking about, then we'll have kids in 5-6 years tops, which is why we need to start acting like taking responsibility, which is why I don't even know if he wants it, but like if he does, like, you know, that conversation, if it winds up being a conversation, it needs to happen it needs to happen properly. So if Liam brings it up before which I don't even know if he will, but if he does, can you just help me quash that conversation? Because as long as that conversation happens in the right way, it won't even be an issue.
Okay.
Okay, what?
I don't know.
So are you going to visit me or?
Yeah, I have to check.
What do you have to check?
My schedule and stuff.
Okay. Well, do you want to do that?
Like now?
Like, yeah.
Well, I'll check when I'm back at school. My syllabuses are there and stuff.
Aren't those all online? All of my syllabi are online.
Okay, maybe, I don't.
Okay. So, I mean, if you don't want to come, you don't have to. There's no pressure. I just thought.
Yeah. It would be.
Yeah. If you don't want to come, you don't have to.
No, I do. Just check.
Without words, Daphna says, then check. Jonah opens his laptop, begins surfing the internet, sort of hoping that before he can find his syllabi, a meteor lands in the apartment, which is sort of what happens when there's a knock at the door. Liam and Melody have come down the hallway, wheeled suitcases behind them, Liam's $1,200 snowboard tucked under his arm. Daphna gives Jonah a here we go look, then opens the door.
Hi.
Hey.
Liam gives Daphna the most tepid hug imaginable.
Melody, this is my cousin, Diana.
It's Daphna.
And you remember...
You know that. He knows that.
Jonah, maybe you could get off your laptop?
I'm just checking something.
Maybe you could just check something later and say hello.
Hi, Jonah.
Hey.
He's checking to see when he's
Why aren't you wearing pants?
Embarrassed, Jonah finds his pants.
free to come visit me.
We were just getting...
Visit you?
At Vassar.
For what?
For fun.
What?
This apartment is so nice.
Who are you again? I'm sorry.
Melody.
Melody, like a song.
Liam lifts his suitcase onto the full air mattress, setting it down on top of something belonging to Daphna.
Hey, sorry. That's where I'm sleeping?
Daphna pulls her cardigan out from under Liam's suitcase and refolds it.
I thought Mom said we were all staying here.
Yeah, but we've already been here, so all that's left is...
Daphna points at the twin air mattress.
But that's a single. 2 people can't fit there.
I don't mind switching.
No. We didn't know you were bringing a guest. If we knew...
I mean, we just came from Aspen.
No one told me you were bringing...
We flew here as soon as Liam heard the news.
I don't mind.
No. If we'd known you were bringing, we would have changed the sheets, washed them, dried them, remade the beds. Plus with my back.
Why doesn't someone take your room?
Because her parents are staying there.
They are?
Yes, Liam, they are. You know we can't afford a hotel in the city. We always stay.
It's fine. I mean, don't even worry. We'll be fine. We like to cuddle.
How'd it go today?
It was fine.
And
More than 400 people showed up.
Jonah?
It was nice. It was sad.
Liam really wanted to be there. It's really such bad luck that everything with his phone and everything just went kaplooey when it did.
It's not bad luck, but you know what? Let's not go into it right now or ever. Okay? Thanks.
How was Aspen?
Oh, it was so much fun. I mean, I'm still learning. I mostly just stayed on the bunny hills, but these little munchkins kept showing me up. It was so embarrassing.
It was great.
He's being generous. I fell down so many times.
Yeah, there were more than 400 people at the funeral. It was really packed.
400? That's
He touched a lot of people, and he was a hugely important figure in the...
Who spoke?
I did. I spoke. Your mother spoke. The rabbi, Abraham Foxman,
Who's he?
Aunt Ruth.
Whose aunt is that again?
There were 8 speakers, maybe 9, maybe 10. 10, Jonah? It was a big deal. 9? It was a big deal. A big deal.
I really wanted to be there. We both did.
Then you should have been.
I'm gonna see if we can pull out the couch in my parents' place, because...
It's already set up for Shiva. You can't.
Well, maybe we can find a spot to...
There are no spots.
Well, maybe we can...
We had tables brought in, lots of tables, and they're all there.
This is fine.
move a few tables and make a little...
You can't move tables. Everyone's asleep. Do you know what time it is? It's really late, and those tables are really heavy. You can't just move them. They're actually very heavy tables.
We can at least give it a shot, Jonah.
Please do not start moving everything around us. Some of us have spent hours and hours getting together.
Jonah! We're just going right down the hall to my parents. We'll be right back.
Liam exits into the hallway. After a beat, Jonah follows. Melody and Daphna are alone. Melody removes her shoes, then goes into the bathroom. Daphna watches her, occasionally running a brush through her hair. But her focus shifts to the hallway. Jonah closes the door. Liam points at it.
I can't stay in there tonight.
You can take the pull-out. I don't mind.
No, I will not. You're not actually going to visit her at Vassar.
I don't know.
Jonah,
She asked me to.
just because she asked doesn't mean you have to go.
I know.
That's not how things work.
I know.
Jonah,
What?
you're not going.
Okay.
If she tries to, if she fucking does her fucking thing in front of Melody, no, we're staying in the apartment.
There really isn't any room in there for...
So we'll make room.
It's just for a night or two.
We can stay in the living room.
It's set up for tomorrow. The couch is up. If you start moving Mom the Freak,
So we'll stay in Mom's office.
there's no floor space between with the new desk and
I'll
the,
sleep in the kitchen.
Mom said
I'll sleep on Mom and Dad's floor.
Melody.
Why not? I don't care.
It's just for a night.
I'll sleep in the bathroom. I'll sleep with my head against the fucking toilet.
You'll survive.
Why is that? Do you hear the language you use when you talk about her? Survival. If her parents weren't so completely tight-wadded, stingily, totally just cheap, because they can absolutely afford a hotel. Absolutely. But
Some of us have been stuck with her for 2 days straight, and we've survived.
is that a dig at me?
No, I'm just saying.
It sounded like a dig.
No, I'm just saying, like, you've been here all of 5 minutes, and you know,
And what, Jonah?
you should just relax, is all.
I'm relaxed. Don't tell me this isn't a resort. Don't tell me to relax. Fuck! Let's just make some room.
The boys exit down the hall. Our attention shifts back to the apartment. Daphna watches the bathroom door like a cat roused from an afternoon nap, pretending to still be asleep while she formulates a plan of attack with one eye open. Melody comes out of the bathroom just as the boys have exited.
You can see the river from the bathroom. But this apartment is so nice. I mean, it really...
I love your hair.
Oh, thank you.
Great barrette.
Thank you.
I wish I had straight hair.
I mean, it's pretty boring, actually. I always wanted hair like yours. It's so much more interesting.
What's that?
What?
On your leg.
Where?
Is that like a music note?
Oh, my tattoo? Oh, yes, it's a treble clef.
That's a music thing?
Yes.
It's huge.
Yeah.
Pretty.
Thanks.
Did you get it because you love music?
Yeah. I studied opera in college, and
You did?
that was my major, yes.
You majored in opera. Wow.
Yeah.
Do you perform in Chicago or?
No. I work for a nonprofit, CHS, the Chicago Historical Society.
I don't.
Well, it's kind of it's an educational program for underprivileged local area high school students to expose them to the city's architectural past. They make you memorize that.
Very cool. But so, do you still sing then, or?
Oh, no, not really, no.
Do you have a background in architecture too, or?
Oh, no. I don't know anything about architecture, actually, but I'm just an administrator there.
Oh, okay, cool. I'm sorry, I'm confused. You studied opera, but you're working
At CHS, I know.
Yeah.
I don't know. I mean, I love opera and I love to sing, but when I thought about trying to make a living doing that, it was just kind of so unappealing to me and like depressing. Just waiting. A million different people can tell you that you're not good enough, and it wasn't for me. And I tried. I did the whole audition thing. I went on like 3 or 2 auditions, maybe. I mean, it was awful. So I decided to do something else. But I got this tattoo so I would always remember how important music was to me.
Did you think otherwise you'd forget?
I mean, I just wanted...
Because you always have your name, right? To remind you?
It was really more symbolic, really more than anything, I guess.
Symbolic of what?
Of...
Yeah, that's so interesting to me because I just have the total opposite philosophy.
On what?
Tattoos or the need to like brandish yourself.
It really doesn't hurt as much as you might think.
Oh, I don't want to think about it. I don't like thinking about pain.
No, but it's fun. I mean, they have all these designs that you can
Melody,
choose from.
I can't get a tattoo. I'm Jewish. It's against Jewish law.
I know a Jewish person with tattoos.
Well, they're wrong.
Oh.
Yeah. Jewish law prohibits tattoos of any kind, but even if it didn't, that wouldn't be a problem for me because just for like me personally, when I like step back and reflect on all the things that had to occur in the universe over billions of years so that I could be alive in my body right now. Like we're made of the same things as stardust. That's how connected we are to everything. So to be like, who cares about the natural, larger than life, mysterious, universal reasons why my body was designed the way it is? Like, screw that. I'm just going to permanently etch this doodle onto my body, which is composed of the same things that are in stars. Poppy had a tattoo, but that was different. Obviously. That wasn't by choice. B14312. I memorized it. I used to, when I was little, I would trace it with my, he'd hold out his arm and I would, while he talked to my parents or watched, no. So Liam. Has Liam ever told you his Hebrew name?
His Hebrew?
Yeah, his Hebrew name.
I don't think so.
Oh my God, you're gonna... Shlomo. I'm not kidding. He like freaks out if you call him that. I've seen him go completely apeshit, but...
Shlomo?
Yeah. Liam's named after his dad's like best friend from boarding school, and I think he like killed himself or something. I forget the whole story, but since Liam's not a Jewish name, they went in the total opposite direction for his Hebrew one. So Shlomo, keep that in your back pocket for a rainy day.
Daphna winks at
In
Mallow.
my back?
So how did you and Shlomo meet?
I mean, we met online.
Online?
Yeah.
What site?
Match.
Liam Haber was on Match.com.
He doesn't like me to tell people. I mean, he thinks it's embarrassing, but I don't see what's so embarrassing.
What did his profile say?
It was straightforward. It wasn't anything weird, which was a relief because you know, there are a lot of weirdos out there.
What was his profile name?
I don't remember.
Do you remember like anything specific about his profile?
Not, I mean, he had a nice picture. I liked his smile.
You like to smile.
Yes, he has a very nice smile.
Liam and Melody sitting in a tree, right?
I guess.
Are you two just kind of like casually dating, or is this more like serious?
I think, yes, it's serious.
How serious?
Pretty serious, I think.
What kind of a name is Melody?
What?
What is its derivation?
Oh, I don't know. Caucasian?
What's your background?
What do you mean?
Where does your family come from?
Oh, Delaware.
Before that.
Before what?
Before Delaware.
I mean, we've always been in Delaware.
No, you haven't.
Actually, yes, we've always.
Actually, no. Haven't always been in Delaware. The only people who have always been in Delaware are indigenous Delawareans, but even they didn't start there. Even they crossed over the Bering Strait land bridge before the last ice age. But if you look around Delaware, if you actually opened your eyes and like looked, you probably wouldn't see too many of them, right? And why is that? Why is that? Well, I'll tell you why that is. It's the reason why that is the reason why families like the one you come from can even live in Delaware, is because all those native peoples were slaughtered. So people who look like you and pray like you and reproduce like you could grow up in peaceful suburban housing developments with bookshelves filled with the King James Bible and Nicholas Sparks novels and Eat, Pray, Love, which is probably your favorite book by Noah Howard Zinn. Am I right or am I right? So if your family has always been in Delaware, then actually the truth of the matter, which we have to face, unfortunately, hard as it may be, is that your family was more than likely major contributors and perhaps even leaders of the most atrocious genocide in American history, which means you have the blood of genociders coursing through your veins right this very second. But even if they did that, they still had to come from somewhere. So what I'm asking is, where did your family come from before they moved to Delaware to perpetrate genocide?
I don't want to have an argument.
This isn't an argument. What? We're talking.
It doesn't feel like talking.
We're talking. I'm just getting to know you, where you come from. I find it interesting. Really? Tell me.
My mom, well, I think my mom is like Dutch Irish, maybe, and my dad's side is German, and there's a little Scottish or Welsh in there too, I think.
You think?
But my family's, I mean, we're just American.
Just American. Okay.
But I really don't see why any of it matters, you know, where people come from. People are just people.
People are just people?
Yes. People are people. It doesn't matter that you're Jewish or that I'm
It
not
doesn't
Jewish.
matter that I'm Jewish?
No.
It doesn't matter?
No.
Well, it matters to me.
Okay.
It matters to me very much.
Right. But
And it's mattered to hundreds of generations of my family.
I know.
But to you, meaningless.
I wasn't.
The 5,000 plus years of mattering, but not to you.
Well, that's not what I was trying
And
to
it
say.
really mattered to Poppy. I don't know what Liam told you, but it mattered to Poppy a lot. He was...
I'm thirsty. Can I have something to drink?
There's water.
Okay.
Melody starts to move to the kitchen.
No, it's it. I got it.
Daphna goes to the kitchen area. Melody takes out her cell phone. Daphna returns with 2 glasses of water and hands one to Melody.
Thank you. I just have a voicemail I have to.
Of course, go ahead. You're lucky your phone survived the ski lift.
Melody goes to the kitchen and pretends to listen to a voicemail, turned away from Daphna, who sips her water, slightly amused. After a moment, the boys appear in the hall. Jonah's about to open the door.
Wait,
What?
I just need a second more to not be in there. Don't look at me like that.
I'm not looking at you like anything.
Like, I told you so.
Well, I did.
Whatever. It was worth a shot. How Mom could ever think putting me in the same room with Diana would even remotely...
There really isn't another option.
Can you not, like, jump to everyone else's defense over me whenever I say anything? It's really annoying.
She was asking about Poppy's high.
What?
Daphna asked me about it.
Don't call her that.
She asked me about it
When?
before you got here.
Fuck, she's gonna make this a thing, isn't she?
I don't know.
What'd she say? Fuck!
She wants it.
A moment while Liam allows himself to feel the weight of his future fight.
What'd she say?
She wants it.
Does she know I have it?
No.
So Mom didn't say anything.
No.
And you didn't tell her he gave it to me.
He didn't give it to you, really.
He gave it to me, Jonah. Poppy gave it to me.
Mom gave it to you.
Because Poppy said I could have it. Because he wanted me to have it. Because he gave it to me. Because he said I could have it.
He didn't know what he was saying at that point.
No, I'm not going to. No. Poppy always said I could have it. Since always. Everyone knows that. Everyone heard. Poppy has always said. It's not even. When Grandma died, she gave that, whatever, the jewelry thing to Diana, the necklace, which is worth a whole lot more than this, which is, what matters to the cheapskates. And no one complained, but Poppy's a man. So his things, which are men's things, go to men. That's just, I don't even know why I'm getting worked up about this. It's mine. I have it. It belongs to me.
Okay.
Okay. What'd she say, though? Like, did she even make a case for about why she thinks...
Because it's a religious item.
Aren't you kidding? It's so much more than a...
Please don't get mad at me. I am not.
That's like saying anything made of gold is a religious item because gold has religious significance to Incas. It's an example. It's whatever. Poppy's Kai, like, if it were any Kai, just like any Kai you bought at a store or whatever, I could understand that argument. It's just a religious item. But for Poppy, everyone knows for Poppy, it was so much more. It mattered to him on like a whole host of different levels.
I know.
I know, you know, but it's like, I'm proposing to Melody.
Oh,
Yeah.
you are?
Yeah. I was going to propose tonight.
Oh.
Yeah, I was supposed to. That's why we went to Aspen.
Oh.
You didn't put that together?
Um.
You didn't put it together that the reason Poppy gave me the Kai was because I was proposing?
No.
You're legitimately not intelligent.
This really hurts Jonah, because he's not as smart as Liam, and he knows it.
But
But what?
Poppy was sick.
I made the plans before he got... I made the plans before he was sick, Jonah.
Okay.
Yeah, I made reservations for dinner at this really cool restaurant at the top of a mountain, and I was going to tell her the story of Poppy's High, but then should have done it already. Can you imagine Diana's face if Melody had walked in with a tie around her neck?
No, I can't actually.
I know, but
Wait. You were gonna use Poppy's High to propose?
that's why I had it.
Sorry, I got lost. Sorry. Like
what, Jonah?
Do you also have a ring?
No.
But you weren't gonna give Poppy's High to Melody.
That's why I needed it. I'm going to propose to her. Have you been listening to me at all?
Yeah. No. It's just
What, Jonah?
nothing. No, it's just that that's kind of like a family thing.
What do you think Melody is if I marry her?
Yeah. No. Okay. Yeah.
If I marry her, she's part of our family. What belongs to our family will belong to her. And the High would be the bedrock of 2 marriages, of 2 generations of people in our family. Grandma wasn't part of Poppy's family when he gave her the High. It's the same thing, Jonah.
What?
Do you not see how it's the same thing?
I don't really want to be involved in this.
Shit, you are involved.
I just don't want to be in the middle
There's
of
nothing
it.
to be in the middle of. Poppy gave the High to me to propose to my future wife, just like he used it to propose to his wife, and that's what's going to happen, so there's nothing to discuss. I was just hoping, as my brother, that I'd have your support, but I see that I don't.
It's not.
No, it's fine. It's fine.
No, don't be like that.
I'm not being like anything.
Yeah, you are. So stop.
Okay, fine. It's just, Diana better not make a thing about this because I haven't proposed yet. Obviously, I haven't told Melody the story of Poppy's High, and I want it to come from me. I don't want her to hear about it from Diana. It'd be the opposite of romantic. It'd be like the antithesis of romance. So just like if Diana brings it up, I really hope she, but if she does, can you just help me just quash that conversation? Jonah, can you just help me in that one area, please? If it comes up.
Yeah, okay.
Okay, thanks.
You're welcome.
Thanks.
You're welcome. You really...
Unsaid, are you really going to propose Melody?
What?
Nothing.
Jonah opens the door. Liam follows. Daphna casually been brushing her hair. Melody runs to Liam.
Did you girls have fun out there?
There really isn't room in the apartment, so.
Really?
Yeah, there's stuff everywhere. My mom is kind of a.
Oh.
Liam puts his arm around Melody.
Oh, this is like an ad for Match.com.
What?
I never knew you were an online dater.
What?
I would love to see your profile.
I deactivated it.
Oh, he must really like you.
I wish you hadn't.
A lot of people do it. I mean, it's not something to feel embarrassed about. It's very normal now.
It definitely is. It definitely is. I mean, I didn't meet Gilad online. That's my boyfriend. He lives in Israel, but like, he's in the army. But if I wasn't dating him, I would have no problem going online. I do everything else online. Why not date?
Do we have to Gilad right now?
It's very cute, Jonah. Melody says what first earned Liam a place in her heart was his winning smile.
What did you tell her?
Nothing. Just how we...
Don't worry, Liam. It was all very PG. Well, PG-ish. I mean, she didn't air any of your dirty laundry. Well, not much of it. Right, Mellow?
Her name's Melody. Not Mellow, Melody.
I'm pretty sure if Melody has a problem with me calling her Mellow, she can speak for herself.
And can you not brush your hair all over everyone's stuff?
What?
Your hair is going everywhere. It's really disgusting. Go in the bathroom if you want to do that. It's rude.
It's rude to brush my hair?
Yeah, in the room where we all have to sleep, it's rude. Public grooming is rude.
What are you, like a public grooming zealot? Okay, excuse me while I go in the bathroom to brush my hair. Sliha.
Daphna exits to the bathroom. When the door closes, Liam flies off the handle.
He is a fucking cunt!
Liam!
Fuck!
Whoa. Liam, relax.
Stop telling me to relax! You keep telling me to relax like we're suddenly in Shangri-La. Nothing about this is... And stop telling her! I specifically asked you not to tell her things about us, so please don't.
I was...
Please, Melody, please, you don't know her, so just trust me. Don't tell her things you can't give her one detail about even the least significant thing, because she'll take that one microscopic, insignificant, tiny little morsel of a detail and find a way to spin it in her little web and spit it back at you with so much venom you won't even know what hit you. And now, whatever you...
Liam!
Jonah!
You're being...
What? Jonah? I'm being what? Honest? You have a problem with honesty? Now this is absurd.
What's absurd?
Everything! This situation, look at us! Look at this room! This room is like my worst nightmare. We're on top of each other, like...
We're not on top of each other.
Yes, we are. Yes, we fucking are! You can't even move without tripping over them!
Liam purposely trips over his suitcase.
See?
You did that on purpose.
That's not the point. And I am choking on her hair. Is anybody else choking on her hair?
No.
You can see the strands just like hanging in the air like pollution. She's like a dog. It's like having a dog in the house.
Can you keep your voice?
Daphna! You're shedding again! Fucking Daphna, can we just... Her name is Diana. Diana! I know she wishes she were this like barbed wire hopping Uzi-toting Israeli warlock superhero, Daphna. But actually, Diana Feygenbaum grew up in Schnecksville, Pennsylvania, in an armpit town doing swim team badly and hysterically sobbing when she didn't get picked to be a cheerleader in her closet with the door closed. That's a true story, by the way. And her screen name when we were younger, her like AIM screen name, okay, was Princess Diana 88. She's as Israeli as Martin Van fucking Buren, but she thinks because our grandfather survived the Holocaust and because her disgustingly hideous hair probably grows the same as it did for all the other women in the history of our family who actually suffered, that somehow means she suffered too. But the truth is, Princess Diana 88 has suffered about as much as this pillow.
Are you done?
No, I'm not done. Why is everyone... I'm not saying anything that isn't true. Why is everyone pretending like Daphna is like this like lovely, gorgeous, big-hearted girl? She's not. You want to play pretend? You play pretend, but I'm done. I'm fucking done fucking pretending because the truth is I am horrified. She is horrifying. Just listen to her. Every other word that comes out of her mouth is some unbelievably offensive insult that we're supposed to pretend not to hear. I'm not deaf. And the most offensive thing of all, do you want to know the most?
No, not really.
The most astonishingly offensive thing of all is the fact that she actually believes in her heart of hearts she is the only one Poppy meant something to. Because she's like, super Jew, but you know what? Jonah and I lost our grandfather too. Our grandfather. But to her, she can't even fathom that I have things too that I remember, that I did with Poppy, that I remember that. But watch, tomorrow when she's parading around Shiva like this little rabbi in the making, you watch. Anytime there's a prayer or praying or prayer like anything, she'll get this look on her face like, I'm above all of you. Like, I'm on this spiritual enlightenment plane way above everyone else. Like, Poppy's death hits me more or hurts me more or means more to me because I'm reading some shit in Hebrew, which I would put money on the fact that she doesn't even know what half that shit means. But as soon as I come around or Jonah comes around, her little Talmudic personality grows in 2 seconds like those sponges you put in water, and she becomes this little uber Jew who like lords her newfound, and dare I say it, yes, I dare, temporary and potentially passing religious fanaticism over everyone. Like after her trip to Israel last summer, all we heard about at Thanksgiving was this fucking army boyfriend she had now from some town where you have to say to pronounce it. So she pronounced it like 1,600 times. This guy who is so Jewish and so great, and he wants to marry her, and she's gonna make Aliyah and live in Jerusalem, shoving shofars in her hideous unused vagina until the whatever arrives. And it's like, I bet this guy fucked her once when he was drunk by accident and woke up the next morning and was like, mistake. But she woke up and thought, boyfriend! And because he's Israeli and Jewish, that somehow makes him superior, even though the dude probably doesn't even know her name. And I bet money he never did. And it's so fucking pathetic. It makes my skin crawl. Not even crawl. Like it makes my skin slide completely off me, detach itself from my body, and pool up in a slimy, slithering puddle at my feet. I just want to grab her by the back of her hideous fucking Jew hair and smash her face into a puddle of my molten dead skin and let her breathe that in for an hour or two. Fucking bitch!
Daphna returns from the bathroom. The room is quiet. Everyone is cautious, watching her, waiting.
Excuse me.
She inches past Melody to put her hairbrush in her cosmetics bag. Liam tries to engage Melody in a silent conversation. She ignores him. Daphna turns around and sees everyone watching her.
How's school?
What?
My mom said you're almost done.
With the masters, there's still the PhD.
God, that's so much school.
I don't mind it.
I would hope not.
Yeah.
Yeah. And you're studying. I'm sorry. I know it has to do with Japanese.
Culture. Contemporary Japanese youth culture.
Right. Liam's funny that way. He's obsessed with Japan. I'm sure you already know. Even though there's absolutely nothing Japanese about any aspect of our family, except his mom makes you take off your shoes before you come inside their house. But when Liam was 10, I think, for some reason, my family was in town during his birthday. Liam insisted on going to this crazy Japanese restaurant. What's it called?
Benihana.
Do you know it?
No, I don't.
It's this restaurant where they cook your food in front of you on a really hot stovetop and use all sorts of scary looking knives. Remember that?
Yeah.
Liam was in 10-year-old boy heaven, but oh my God. Do you remember that night? Who was it? Okay, it was my family, your family, Poppy and Grandma, 9 Jews with Jewish digestive tracts eating some pretty intense Asian food. And do you remember, like, okay, one by one, people would be eating, and all of a sudden it would hit them like, boom, look at Jonah.
Jonah is already hysterical.
And they would like waddle walk. They waddle walked away from the table and then came back like 8 minutes later. There was only one unisex bathroom, which Grandma refused to use. So 3 times she went across the street to this hotel lobby.
And Poppy was like, what is wrong with this bathroom? When dinner was over, we couldn't leave because...
We started to walk outside and it was like, wait, Aunt Fanny's about to. We hailed a taxi. Poppy's bending down.
He ducks into the cab and he's starting to sit and then whoosh, he pops out like...
Never saw Poppy run like that.
Like the Roadrunner.
The host just looked at us like we were actual Jewish aliens.
And Poppy comes out of the restaurant 20 minutes later and he says,
Daphna is hysterical. She can't breathe. So is Jonah.
What does he say?
Now, Liam is too hysterical. Whenever someone gains their composure, they see one of the others and explode with laughter all over again.
What did he say?
No one responds to Melody. They're laughing too hard. She takes out her phone and texts. Finally, the laughter subsides. Jonah's happy.
Ooh, boy.
I forgot about.
Oh, wow, amazing. Oh, amazing.
A long moment of catching their breath. Liam sees Melody staring at him. This is the fucking bitch you were railing against? Really?
Are you tired? Yeah, I'm like ready to pass out. You ready for bed?
Melody nods. Liam goes to his suitcase.
Let me just brush my teeth and we'll...
Hey, there's something I wanted to... Jonah and I talked before and we're on the same page.
Wait, that's not...
It'll just take a second.
No, let's not do this tonight, maybe?
Jonah, let me.
All right.
Poppy's high.
Jonah's right. Let's go to bed.
I just want to make sure we're all on the same page.
Yeah, we are. Let's go to bed.
So it's cool then for me to have it.
Daphna, not now?
I really want to go to bed now.
Okay, but I don't know when we'll have another time to talk. It'll only take a second, and I think Poppy's high is...
Not now!
Liam, people are allowed to talk.
Daphna, just...
Poppy's high is
You need to shut the fuck up now!
Poppy's high.
His scream is scary and intense. Daphna is shaken. Melody goes to comfort her.
What is wrong with him?
I don't know.
He's been picking on me since from the second he got here.
Do you want some tea? Jonah, do you guys have tea?
Tea?
Yes, tea to calm you down. When my nerves are frayed, I
don't drink tea. It makes me gag.
Oh.
I just need to be like still for a minute.
All right.
I just need to block out that scream.
Daphna is still for like 10 seconds.
Maybe you could sing something.
Oh, I don't.
That would be really...
No, we're not.
Melody holds up a finger to silence Liam.
A song is what would actually really calm me down. If you would even consider just like humming something or...
If that, well, of course. Do you have a particular song that you want to hear? Well, in college when I was studying, I know. Do you know Porgy and Bess?
Who are they?
No, you'll know this. I haven't sung in a while, actually, but,
You do not have to sing.
Melody almost responds to Liam.
It will soothe me.
Summertime and the living is easy. Fish are jumping and the cotton is high. Your daddy is rich and your ma is good looking. So hush, little baby, don't you cry.
Putting my arm around you.
What are you doing?
Nothing. Just comforting you.
Why would you comfort me?
In case you were uncomfortable.
I'm not?
Melody goes into the bathroom and slams the door. A long moment of Jonah and Daphna laughing.
Very nice. Way to make her feel welcome.
I imagine watching you scream in my face probably didn't make her feel very welcome.
There's no reason to ask her to do that. It was just cruel.
She's a trained opera singer. How was I supposed to know she can't? It's not cruel to ask a trained opera singer to sing.
Come on, guys.
Melody has done nothing but be sweet and lovely and supportive. She came here to support me and to support our family, but as soon as you sniff out anyone who you think...
No. I don't sniff out anything, Liam. I'm not a dog.
Maybe you can't handle being around such a genuinely good person, but...
I can handle being around such a genuinely good person, but thanks for looking out. And thanks for bringing someone to support our family, but I'm pretty sure we can support ourselves.
He is...
Yeah, we can just... What is she doing here? This is so weird.
What?
She never even met Poppy.
He's my girlfriend.
Who brings some random girl no one's ever met to their grandfather's funeral?
He's my girlfriend. She's not a random girl. Jonah's met her.
Do not... I know you, Liam. I fucking know you. You actually don't require that much support. Do you really just get off that much on rubbing my face on your shit?
What are you...
What are you talking about? Don't.
Don't what?
You know exactly.
I have no idea what you're talking about.
You have no idea?
I have no idea.
You have no idea.
I have no idea.
You just parade these totally inferior little women through our family functions, but you have no idea.
Inferior.
Oh, don't act like you don't know exactly what Jonah knows what I'm talking about.
As soon as Jonah hears his name, he starts shaking his head.
He's inferior. I knit my Yushi. Don't fuck with me.
Inferior.
Yes, Liam, inferior. Do you know what inferior means? I knit my Yushi.
Daphna.
No, I'm not even. And then this one with the tattoo of a fucking treble clef on her calf the size of a tumor, which really does speak volumes about her. You know, of a person who wakes up and thinks, what should I do today? Oh, I know. I'll get an enormous treble clef needled into my skin. That'll be so beautiful. This one who dresses like she was conceived and fucking live water birthed in a Talbot. And this one who, elephant in the room, you heard her say, or her professor's deaf or just lazy. Either way, she spent God knows how much money in college and in private little voice lessons in Wilmington so she could sing like that, only to go on 2 auditions before dumping that dream off like an unwanted baby in a dumpster. So you want to suddenly get all women's rights with me? You can't believe I called your precious little girlfriends inferior. Well, what should I call them? Ambitious? Intelligent? Fucking brainiacs? All I'm saying is that what everyone else with eyes and an IQ above 60 can see as plain as day, which is that while you may be an arrogant, entitled, smug little fuck, you do have options. You're smart. You're getting a PhD from the University of Chicago, and you do come from all this money. And it pains me to say this, but you're not completely atrocious looking. You could actually date a woman who was your intellectual equal, but instead you find these tepid little Bambi creatures to impose this hyper-masculine, hegemonical, totalitarian regime on, even though you like to think you're like this super sensitive and touch sensitized little dork chic Chicago grad student who's uber liberal and totally devoted to the preservation of these little cultural studies, because studying Japan is definitely worthy of 5 years of intensive labor. But studying Torah for all of 10 minutes is only worthy of total, utter, snide, sniveling disdain. If you found yourself in the middle of a rain dance, you would be so respectful, trying to do every movement perfectly to honor every Native American who ever lived. But if you found yourself in the middle of a hora, I've seen you in the middle of a hora. You look like you want to fucking die. If someone asks your religion, you proudly state, I'm an atheist. But the second anyone starts a little Israel-Palestine discussion, it's like, find me a stopwatch and let's count to 10, because it won't even take that long before I hear, as a Jew. Because then you're a Jew. But only when you can use it to bash all things Jewish, which somehow makes you stand a little taller, doesn't it? Puts a little pep in your step, like you're so fucking enlightened, even though you reek of fucking cliche. You haven't lit a menorah since the 90s, but hello, Facebook photos of you in a Santa Claus hat, ho-ho-hoing it up next to the Christmas tree you put up in your apartment. And it was kind of obvious that for whatever reason, you actually liked wearing that cute fake crushed red velvet hat with the shitty white pom-pom on the end. Or maybe it wasn't the hat. Maybe it was just getting to stand under the mistletoe and smooch Paper Cut Lips Melody. Amazing, dynamic, smart as shit Melody. The icon of your ideal woman, because, a woman who's actually trying to make something of her life and her intellect is worthy of your harshest criticism. But a woman with 0 career goals and maybe 0.2 brain cells and less than no talent is a genuinely good person. You two must be so genuinely happy. Spending time with her must be a scintillating experience. In fact, I myself had the chance to talk with her this evening, and she really does offer up an intellectual feast for the mind. I can only imagine the topics you two must cover in your daily conversation. Subjects like how cute she looks on the bunny hill, or how cute she looks in her Talbot secretary outfits, or really what it all comes down to, how nice it is to fucking ethnic free Bush. Yeah, Shlomo, you're right. Your girlfriends aren't inferior. You are.
I don't think it's a good idea for you to stay here tonight.
Yes, don't respond to my truth. Dismiss me.
You need to find somewhere else to sleep. I actually can't be around you.
You don't have a choice.
I do have a choice. This isn't your apartment, so get out.
And go where?
I don't care where you go. Go to the JCC 76 in Amsterdam. See if they'll take you in for the night.
You are such an anti-Semite.
I don't care where you go, but if you stay here, someone is not going to survive the night, and I will not subject Melody to any more of your hideous to you, because you have an incessant need to lash out at anyone who makes you feel insecure.
You think Melody makes me feel insecure?
I don't think that. I know it.
What does this girl possibly have that I don't?
A good heart, a pretty face, an engaging personality, a sense of compassion, not only for those less fortunate, but for everyone. She's a good person. You're not. Your righteousness is all self-righteousness. Hers is pure. There's a purity for her. She's got a tattoo of a treble clef because she loves music. It's that simple. She's uncomplicated. She is what she is. No more, no less, no deception, no ulterior motives. She's a song I can't stop singing.
Melody has been standing in the door frame of the bathroom, listening to Liam talk about her. She goes to him and kisses him. Daphna mouths a song he can't stop singing, with her eyebrows raised as high as they can possibly go.
Are you okay?
You know, you can hear everything in the bathroom.
No shit. You don't think I heard everything he said about...
Please, don't talk to me like that.
You have to stop talking to people like...
Everyone stop! Just stop it! You can't talk to each other in this horrible way. Do you know what it was like before? To hear your boyfriend talk the way you were talking? That's not you! I don't talk that way. I just heard every single...
Searched hard for a big word. No luck this time.
And I'm not about to lash back at... Because everyone in here, no matter whatever you think of them, is a human being. And you don't talk to human beings that way. If I ever did, I honestly couldn't live with myself. Promise me all that horribleness is over. Otherwise, I'll go.
No.
I will. I'll fly back to Chicago.
No. You have my word.
I'm not saying you have to be best friends or even, but civil. Everyone.
I promise.
Thank you. Now, it's been a really long day, and I think everyone's probably really overtired. So let's just maybe go to bed.
Okay.
Liam kisses Melody on the cheek. She flinches. He goes to open his suitcase. Melody sees Daphna.
But first, before you screamed at her in a way that I never want to hear again, I think Daphna was trying to talk to you about something important to her. And human beings have the right to speak, no matter what you think of them, even if they don't. I mean, she's a human being. So, Daphna, what did you want to say?
Oh, well, it was about Poppy's high.
Hey, you know what? Really and truly, everyone's tired. We've calmed down. So what I think we should do is go to bed, and we can talk in the morning.
No.
Well...
No. She wasn't saying anything wrong, and it sounded very important to her. So we're going to respect her and listen to her because we are good people, and that's what good people do.
Honey, I understand you're trying to be helpful, but you really don't understand.
Liam?
But you don't understand.
Liam!
Jonah, you said...
Liam!
I really think that
No.
we should.
Daphna, please can we not do this now? I am...
Liam! Let her speak. Go on. No one is going to interrupt you.
Thank you. All I wanted to talk about was, and it's really not a big deal. It's just like Poppy's high is, this is the last time we'll be together as a family for a while since I'm moving to Israel this summer. And your mom said you're not coming to my graduation because you have finals then, which is fine. Really, it's just a ceremony. I don't even care about it. But since because of how I feel about and like how involved I am, and I mean, I think it makes the most sense that Poppy's high should go to.
Wait, what's
high? It's the Hebrew word for life. It's 2 letters, a chet and a yud, and it has a numeric equivalent of 18, which is an important number in Judaism. It's made of gold. It's not very big, and Poppy wore it on a chain around his neck his whole life. A lot of people, a lot of men, I should say, have one. More so now. It was a lot less common than actually, but Poppy's was particularly.
No! She's not saying anything wrong. Let her talk.
The reason Poppy's high was special was because he held on to it during the Holocaust in this amazing way. Because obviously Jews couldn't have gold jewelry, but it was his father's. And when it was clear that he and his father were going to be split up, his father gave Poppy the high because he thought maybe he could use it later to trade for food or who knows what.
Liam.
So for 2 years, Poppy kept his father's high under his tongue. Like, he kept it in his mouth for 2 years while he was in the camps.
Daphna.
I don't know why they don't want me to tell you about this. It's an incredible story.
Daphna, don't.
Don't what? So then after the war, Poppy looked for the rest of his family, but they had been killed. All of them. Poppy had 3 sisters and a little brother, and his parents and his grandparents and aunts and uncles all gone, all killed. So then the camp was liberated and Poppy left and came to America, and that's where he met our grandma in America, who was a total bitch, but that's a totally separate story. But Poppy didn't have any money when he came here, and he couldn't buy her a ring.
Begging you, Daphna, please.
Okay, no.
No, keep going. This is...
So he couldn't buy her a ring, but he wanted to marry her. So he proposed with the only piece of jewelry he had. And so she wore his high until he could afford to buy her a real ring. And then he wore it again. And it's this amazing artifact of our family and the power of like our grandfather surviving. And he always loved putting it on me when I was little. And I think we can all agree that the one who was clearly like the one who was without question the most connected with what that high represents and what it means is me, which we can all agree on. And so clearly I was out of line. I admit it. I'm sorry. I apologize sincerely. And it's no excuse, but you really upset me too with what I overheard. And that's not what the spirit of this whole thing is supposed to be about. So I just wanted to say that, but by the same token, we need to make a decision. And I think this can just be very simple. And Jonah said he agreed I should take it.
I didn't say that.
Jonah, yes, you did.
I said I didn't want to get in the middle of it, so you don't put me there.
Jonah.
I said I don't want it, so leave me out.
Actually, you said...
Leave me out.
But you...
Leave me out.
Wow. Okay. Wow. Fine. Stay out. Just... Wow. So, Liam, what do you say? Is it cool with you if I really, it's just it's the most important thing to me. And Liam? Hi, Liam.
Honey? Liam?
You would have to murder me.
What?
Liam?
Not just over my dead body. You would have to make me dead. You would have to kill me before I let you have Poppy's high.
Well, I I guess we have some things to discuss then.
Nope.
Yeah, we have to figure this out.
There's nothing to figure out.
Well, I want Poppy's high, but I'm obviously not going to murder you for it. I hope that's obvious. So that means we need to work this out. Like,
There's nothing to work out because I have it, okay?
you have it?
I have it.
How'd you get it?
Poppy gave it to me.
You're lying. You're lying. My mom saw it around his neck a week ago in the hospital. He still had it a week ago.
What, did you send your mom in to spy on Poppy?
No, but I asked her to check and see.
Oh my God.
If he still had it on when she came to visit him a week ago, and he did.
Holy shit.
So if you have it, how could you? No, you couldn't. Your mom even said, what, did she just give it to you now when you stopped in the apartment tonight?
Nope.
But you haven't been home since you were skiing in Vail. Your mom was with him more than anyone. She's been here every day. You've been in Chicago. So the only way it could have gone to you is if your mom... Holy shit. Holy fuck it. She didn't. She mailed it to you? She mailed it to you.
She didn't mail it. She FedExed it.
FedEx. What's the difference?
You can track the package.
I don't believe you. I don't believe you.
Stop! I was always getting it. You know that.
What?
Poppy always said I could have it.
Poppy never said anyone.
And I am the oldest grandson. It was never up.
The oldest grandson?
And what? You got Grandma's necklace.
Grandma's necklace? Grandma was a bitch.
And you got her necklace.
You want her necklace, you can have it. No one wanted any of her shit. No one liked her.
She had nice stuff.
Poppy never specified who could have the high. All he ever said was, this is for the grandchildren. He never said.
Daphna, he has it.
But.
He has it.
But, oh, Jonah. Then why didn't you say something?
No, I don't want to get...
When I brought it up. No. When I brought it up. Why didn't you say something?
I told you, I don't want to be... I don't want to be involved in this.
No. When I asked you if you thought Liam would be cool with me having it, why didn't you tell me you already had it? That is maybe the shittiest thing anyone has ever done to me. And I thought we were. You suck.
Enough! Lay off him.
Lay off him? Really, Liam? What are you now, brother of the year? Amazing brother, amazing grandson. You want Poppy's high so much. You love Poppy so much. Where have you been? Jonah's been here. I've been here. We made it to the funeral. You couldn't even be bothered to call. I made it down 3 weeks ago when he went into the hospital. Did you? Did you? And do not pull rights of the firstborn bullshit with me. We live in a modern world. That shit is dead. That shit is... Because if there were rights of the firstborn here, it would go to my dad. My dad, because he's the oldest male heir. Not you. Not you. You don't get to take whatever you want without...
Gave it to me. No one took anything. He gave...
Your mom took something and didn't tell anyone. Which is called stealing, Liam. Stealing.
Poppy always said I could have it.
Does it say that in the will? Yeah, I didn't think so. So what? Did Aunt Fanny rip it off his neck while he was...
Jesus! No one ripped anything, okay? He gave it to her. She asked him for it. I asked him for it, and he gave it to her, and she sent it to me.
You've been in Aspen. Were you even there to get it? Or is Poppy's high in your lobby, just like on the floor?
I got it before my trip. Chill out.
Why'd you have it to have it before he... Why'd you have to have it before he died? Why couldn't you have waited?
Oh my God.
Melody is very, very emotional, maybe shaking.
Oh my God.
Liam looks at Melody. Melody looks at Liam. They know. Daphna looks at Jonah. He knows. It takes her a moment, but Daphna figures it out. She is the last to know.
No.
Oh my God.
Oh my God.
I wanted to tell you the story myself. I wanted you to hear it from me.
No fucking way.
In Aspen?
Yes.
How long were you planning this?
For a while, since December, since November, since I first met you.
Am I the only one who feels like the walls are caving in?
I can't believe.
You were going to put our grandfather's high around her?
I can't believe.
Is this like symbolic? Did you have a ring? Tell me you have a ring. Or were you planning to give it to her? You were gonna fucking give Poppy's high to this fucking piece of music?
I love you.
Baby.
Hold horses. What the fuck? You can't, Jonah, you can't. You want to talk about dead bodies? Over my dead body, is she gonna sport my dead grandfather's Holocaust Hebrew high around her Christian cunt neck?
Daphna, don't.
Over my dead Jewish corpse. Is that going on her? You want to marry a non-Jew? Knock yourself out. Have a great time. Shiksa heaven. Best wishes. But Poppy's high is never going around her neck. Never, ever, never, ever, ever.
Unfortunately, Diana, that's not something you have a say in.
Actually, it is.
Actually, it isn't.
Baby.
Jonah, is this what you want for Poppy's high?
I'm not getting involved.
You're involved, Jonah. You're involved. This is our grandfather. This is Poppy. You cannot get involved because you get freaked out. You're involved. Do you want Poppy's high to go to someone who isn't one of the three of us? Honestly, think about that, do you?
No.
Thank you. Thank you. You don't get to do this. 2-1. Go get a ring. Okay? But you don't get to give away things that don't belong to you. You don't.
If he didn't want it to belong to me, then why do I have this?
Liam takes Poppy's high out of his pocket. Daphna was not prepared for this. Stunned, she watches him move toward Melanie.
I'm sorry. I tried. I really, really tried. And I promise I will do a better job next time. I promise, okay? Being with you makes me want to try harder. I wanted to do this in Aspen, but...
Wait. Just, you can't do this.
Watch me.
Just hear me out, please. How can you do this when you have seen the numbers on your own grandfather's arm?
Do not Holocaust me!
Don't you see how this little object, don't you care that if you put that around her neck, you're killing something?
Killing something!
Something that matters.
It doesn't matter.
You are Poppy's grandson. You know it matters.
Not to me.
You're getting a PhD in cultural studies.
So
culture matters. Who people are matters. Look at the Nobel Prizes. Look at how disproportionately Jewish people have achieved in economics, literature, science.
Are we really going to do chosen people talk? Really?
22%. That's the percentage of Nobel Prize winners who are Jewish.
Now you're memorizing Jewish statistics? Fuck!
Do you know what our global population is? It's not 22%, not even close.
So, in the hopes of more Jews winning Nobel Prizes, I should marry a Jew? Is that seriously your point?
No. My point is, play this out. You get married. You two get married and you have kids. So they're half Jewish and half Delaware. And that kid marries someone who is Asian and they have a kid. So that kid is a quarter Jewish, a quarter Delaware, and half Asian. And that kid marries someone who is half Black and half Puerto Rican. And they have a kid. And so that kid is...
They're American!
In a couple generations, all these kids are running around bearing the hyphenated names of cultures that no longer exist. It'll be just one giant globalized corporate world populated by one kind of people who all speak one language and shop at the same store and all look the same. That's how it ends up, unless...
No! It's like that John Lennon song. It's our country, like, succeeding, like progress. No nations, no religions, no...
A world without Jews is progress?
I didn't say that.
A girl with blonde hair and blue eyes should not be telling me a world without Jews is progress.
You're the one who sounds like a Nazi. Keeping the race pure, you sound like a Nazi.
How does your half-Jewish daughter teach her one-quarter Jewish daughter to be Jewish? Exactly how does that work?
What do you want her to teach her? Bible stories? When was the last time you actually read the Bible? Because I'd be curious to know which part of it speaks to you. The part that says women were made from the ribs of men? That lying with a man as you lie with a woman is an abomination? Or best of all for you, a woman who is menstruating is impure and touching her makes you unclean? Is that what you want to preserve? Or do you just like the traditions? Is your Judaism a totally infantilized version that gives you the warm fuzzies because it reminds you of Poppy and being a kid, some sugar-coated memories of a childhood that wasn't even that sweet? Because if I know you at all, I know there's no way you could read any of that stuff without having to modify 1,001 sections and pretend not to see 1,000 more until you water it down so thoroughly to make it palatable for your 21st century sensibilities that it barely resembles the original at all. I'm sorry, but I can't get worked up about preserving a totally watered down version of something that wasn't even true to begin with. And I'm not going to allow it to dictate how I live my life or who I choose to live my life with so I can genetically or biologically pass on something I don't even believe in.
Okay, so stop. You know what? Let's all stop. Let's all decide right now, we're going to stop being Jewish. That's what you want. You think you're the first person to ever question it? Because I bet there were people before us who had questions too, but they kept practicing. They didn't stop. None of them did. And they didn't exactly have it easy, but they never stopped. And this thing that people in our families were doing in 1900 and in 1800 and in 1500 and in 200 and in 500 BCE made it all the way here to us. That alone has got to at least give you pause. And so now when it's easier to be Jewish than it has ever been in the history of the world, now when it's safest, now we should all stop? I can. And if I know you at all, you don't want me to stop either. Because if I stop, if we all stop, it will be gone. And you can't get it back. Once it's gone, it's gone.
You know what all this late night Vassar dorm room Hillel club conversation sounds like to me?
Like Nazis, I know.
No.
Like white supremacists.
No. It sounds to me like you sound like someone who's never been in love.
What?
You sound...
Oh, that's not true. That's not even true. Gilad and I... If you ever took an interest in anyone other than yourself, you would know Gilad and I are getting married.
I don't think Gilad is real.
Okay. Are we getting like Plato Cave reality bullshit now? Because I can show you his profile on Facebook.
You were in love with someone in reality, not in your imagination, but in reality. If anyone had ever loved you.
Gilad loves me.
If Gilad really loved you, you would understand what Melody and I are all about. But you don't, because you never had that. You know what? I bet you never will.
Wow. Thank you.
You're welcome. I love this woman. I love you. And this obviously isn't how I had planned for this to go, but here we are in this horrible situation, and the only way I'm surviving it is if things had gone as planned. I would have told you the story about how my grandfather met a woman who made him want to live after he'd been through the worst things a person can go through. And obviously that hasn't been my experience, but when I told him I found someone who made me feel that way,
He was in a coma.
he said, then you need...
He didn't say anything. He couldn't talk.
You asked that girl to marry you. So, Melody, will you marry me?
Liam.
You want me to get on my knees? I will get on my knees. Melody, Will you marry me?
Yes!
Liam stands up. They kiss. He takes the kai and begins to put it around Melody's neck.
This belongs to you now.
Don't put that. Don't you put that. Don't you fucking put that around her neck.
He puts the kai around Melody's neck. She is moved and uncomfortable. Daphna explodes.
No.
Daphna grabs the kai and tries to rip it off Melody's neck. Melody cries out in pain. Liam grabs Daphna and tries to pull her off. Melody is choking. Jonah tries to separate the women, but someone grabs at his forearm in the process. He yelps in pain and backs away.
This doesn't belong to you.
Daphna succeeds in ripping the kai off of Melody's neck. Melody falls to a puddle on the floor. Daphna, breathless, holds the kai balled up in her closed fist and paces while Liam comforts Melody, who doesn't move.
Are you okay? Honey, are you...
Liam looks at Daphna, but says nothing.
Do you want to... Let me see your neck. Do you want to go to the hospital?
Is it bleeding?
Not really.
Not really!
Melody shoots up. She's hysterical.
No,
Liam! I'm bleeding!
not really.
Take me to the hospital. I want to go to the hospital.
Really?
Yes, I'm bleeding, and that thing is rusty. It could have been...
It's made of gold. Gold doesn't...
It was in someone's mouth. I could have an infection. I want to go to the hospital.
Really?
Yes, really.
Okay.
No one moves. They don't know what to do.
Really, Liam.
Liam gathers their belongings.
Don't talk to her. Don't even look at her.
Liam hasn't even looked at Daphna, but Melody can't stop staring at her.
Don't even look at her.
Come on. Come on. Let's go get a cab.
He tries to get Melody to take an interest in her coat, but she's still staring at Daphna.
Let's go.
After a beat, they exit. Jonah and Daphna are alone.
I don't even want it. I don't even.
Shut up.
I don't. He pushed me. He pushed me from the minute he got here. Am I in trouble?
Jonah looks at her but says nothing. He starts to turn off the lights in the room, getting ready for bed.
Do you think she's okay?
She's fine.
Do you think they'll come back after the hospital?
No.
Where will they go?
Jonah looks at Daphna.
Do you think
I'm done.
you're done?
I'm tired.
Are you mad at me?
I want to go to bed.
Why are you mad at me? What I did,
I'm
what did I,
done. I'm done.
but I was only,
I'm done.
I wish God were here.
Stop it. Everyone knows.
But what Liam said isn't true.
Everyone knows. Everyone knows. Stop.
Oh.
A long, intense moment for Daphna. Then Jonah unbuttons his left cuff, rolling up the sleeve to his elbow. His forearm is bandaged.
Jonah, what?
Jonah looks down at his arm. He looks at Daphna. He takes off the bandage, slowly and carefully. It hurts.
Jonah, is that real?
He nods.
Why did you do that? Poppy's numbers on your own arm? Jonah.
Jonah has no answer. Daphna traces the numbers on his arm with her finger. A moment with them together. Moonlight, reflected off the Hudson River, streams in through the window. Blackout. End of play.